Hi, this is Jessica Coleman, and today I'm going to tell you why you should adopt and not shop. So the first thing that I want to start out and tell you is that there are over 70 million animals right now that are homeless or stray in the US alone. So that doesn't even include every other animal in the world that also needs a home. There are 6 to 8 million of those in shelters, but the rest of them don't have any easy access to food, water, shelter, any of the basic needs that they need to live. And while this is true, there's still over 170,000 dogs that are used for breeding in the US, as well as over 2 million puppies created from puppy mills every single year. Meanwhile, while all of these dogs are being created, there's over 1.2 million that get euthanized in the shelters every single year, and over 9,000 dogs dying every day, whether that's from euthanization or from just passing away from complications. So, other than statistics, why should you adopt? Personally, for me, one of the best parts about adopting is getting to watch them learn and grow, and it's just one of the most rewarding experiences that you'll ever go through. So the first reason I would say that you should adopt and not shop over statistics is just getting to watch these dogs grow up, just learn about life, be able to develop. Maybe you start out with a really fearful dog and they turn into a really confident, happy dog. Maybe you start out with one that has a little bit more issues with aggravation, and you get them into the sweetest, most dog-friendly, people-friendly dog you've ever met. It's such a rewarding process to start out with a dog that may need a little bit more help, or even the ones that start out perfect and you just know you're giving them a home and they're not having to live in a cage for the rest of their life, if they even get to live that long, if they're not in a no-kill shelter. So the second reason that's really important to me is that some of them have never even gotten to have a home before. Some of these dogs don't know what the word treat means. They don't even know what it's like to get pet and loved and have affection given to them on a daily basis. Some of them have to go hours and hours without going to the bathroom and are 5 years old and aren't even potty trained yet because there's not enough people to take care of these dogs. There's 3,500 shelters, and that's just not enough to be able to take care of all of these animals. So my third reason, and my main reason, that always is really a big part of me and my relationship with my dogs is the trust that you earn with them throughout their life. It's just one of the greatest feelings you can have as a human being, is that bond and trust that you gain piece by piece from them. And it's such a good feeling when they start rolling over on their back for the first time and letting you rub their tummy, and when they will walk with you easily on a leash and know you're going to always take them somewhere safe, know that they're going to have food every night on the table. It's such a good feeling to see your dog get to that place where it just knows that it's loved and cared for and doesn't have to worry anymore. So I also want to talk about a huge misconception as far as high kill shelters go. So a lot of people think that it's really bad to go and adopt from a high kill shelter, and while the high kill shelters are bad themselves, it's actually not bad to go and adopt from them. A lot of people think that that's supporting the shelter, which in a way it is, but it's actually a lot worse if you don't, because then there's a dog that could have had their life saved that now is going to be killed sometimes within 72 hours of them being brought into the shelter. So what really is going to change these high kill shelters is changing the laws and voting people in that are going to make these changes. So that is the thing you can really do in order to help out getting rid of those high kill shelters, and also dealing with illegal things such as puppy mills. But the best thing you can do is just adopt the dogs that need saving the most. So a dog that I've talked about before is my dog Daisy. She's a black lab that I had for 15 years since I was in kindergarten, and I'm now a junior in college, so I had her pretty much my whole life. She passed away back in September, and it was really hard on her family. We were really close to her. She came to our house at first, started out really shy, kind of fearful of a lot of different things. She would never want to go down in the basement. She would never want to get in the car. She was just kind of scared of everything and everyone, and it took a lot of time to build up trust with her and for her to feel comfortable with us. We also think she was most likely abused based on some of her behavior. She would even get nervous around things like newspapers, which was just really sad, and she was just such a scared dog when we first got her. But we just continued to work with her and were patient, and over time she just slowly began to trust us more and more. One day she came down in the basement and we were all like cheering and so excited, and she started to get excited for car rides and wouldn't get nervous and knew that we weren't going to take her anywhere dangerous or sad and she wasn't going to be able to get hurt anymore. Every single day we got home for the rest of her life, we were greeted by the biggest smile in the world until she physically could no longer greet us anymore. She every single day would be at the door for all of us. You know, she made our family feel whole, and when we lost her, it really did feel like we lost a piece of our heart because we were just so close to her. That bond is just one of the strongest things you'll probably ever feel, and while that sounds horrible, it's okay because it's like you get this thing that you just love so much that you're able to miss it so much. And you know, I would so much rather have all of that love for 15 years than have to not miss anything now. So it's so worth it, all the time that we got to have with her versus, you know, the sadness that I feel now, of course. But really, overall, our family needed her just as much as she needed us. So I will always be so grateful for that dog because she is the sweetest angel I have ever met in my life, and I miss her like crazy, and I'm so glad that I got to have her growing up. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about Clover. So we actually just adopted Clover yesterday, so this is really soon to be filming it after we just got her. She is also a black lab. She looks almost just like Daisy. It's so crazy, we keep seeing so many things that she just looks more and more like her. Clover is kind of a special case of a dog. She actually lived at the shelter from the time she was 4 months old until she was 4 years old, which is when we adopted her yesterday. And she's never had a home before. She doesn't know the word treat. She doesn't even know how to get on couches or beds. We don't even have to worry about that. She just doesn't really know love at all. She barely even knows how to go outside. I've practically had to carry her out every single time we've gone out so far, and she's just so scared of everything and everyone. And every time we try to get her to even move off of her bed to take her outside and make sure she can go to the bathroom, she just will hide in a corner. She'll try to run in every corner of the house, every corner outside in our backyard. Thank God we have a fenced-in yard. She even escaped yesterday, the first day that we had her, which was a little bit crazy, but thank God she survived. She ran all the way across Poolsboro and all the way to the movie theater. So that was a little bit crazy, but we are just so lucky that we even found her and that she survived all of that, and we had so many people that helped her, which we're so grateful for. But the people at the shelter just told us that, you know, no one ever really wanted her because she's just so shy, and you know, most people want that dog that's going to run up to you and lick you and jump on you and love you right away, but that's not Clover, and that's okay because we all love her, and you know, we're patient and we're taking care of her just the same we did with Daisy. And it's probably going to take a lot more time with her than it took with Daisy because, I mean, we can't even take Clover on a walk right now. She barely eats treats. We just got her to eat chicken today. That was the first thing she had eaten other than a piece of cheese she ate yesterday. We literally cheered this morning when she went to the bathroom because we hadn't seen her even pee yet when she had gotten here. So, you know, she's taking a lot of work, and it's a very different experience to even Daisy, who was a fearful dog. But the other thing about Clover is she is the sweetest, most gentle dog you will meet. She will take food out of your hand so carefully as to not hurt you. She is quiet, which I would like for her to be able to bark and be happy eventually, but she's just so calm and gentle, and just, even though part of that comes from fear, she really does just have the sweetest heart, and you can just tell she wants to love and be loved so bad, and she just has never been shown how to do that. But like I said, that cheer when she first went to the bathroom and our hearts melting the first time she ate that piece of food was the best feeling ever. Like, each little piece of trust that we've gained with her just in the past 24 hours alone, each one just feels like this amazing thing that's so much progress with her. And it just feels like every bit of effort and work and all of the backaches I have right now from lifting her and carrying her, all of it is worth it because she's just so sweet and she deserves it. My mom and I actually cried this morning just thinking about the first time that she's going to wag her tail, how good that's going to feel. You know, we just want her to be happy, and it's just going to be such a good feeling when we know for sure that she is happy. We already feel good just knowing that she's finally eating something and has gone to the bathroom twice now total the whole time we've had her, which is still kind of crazy for a dog. but I still would not trade her for the world. I love that dog with all of my heart already after only knowing her for one day. You know, losing Daisy was so hard, and she's always going to have such a huge piece of my heart, but you know, there's so much room in my heart for more love, and Clover just kind of moved in right next to her and is kind of help healing that wound for me, and it's kind of just what I needed. And again, just like with Daisy, we need her just as much as she needs us. So please join me on my journey to adopt, not shop, and also to change the laws surrounding high kill shelters so we can save more of these sweet angels.
So stuck, you didn't even get anything. Okay, so. Yeah. She almost took the whole thing.